Alright, let's give Friday's daily puzzle on chess.com a shot. This one's called Jockeying for Position. It's white to move. Give the video a pause and try it yourself if you feel like it. Cool, so horses are tough, you know. I mean, this check looks really good. Forces the king into the corner, I'm seeing. My knight has this square, my king has that one. Alright, so I can go here, then here maybe. That checks the king twice and takes away this square, which I feel like might be important for some reason. Then the king will be trapped. And if I can get to this square, I imagine that would be checkmate with this knight, I'm thinking. It would take 3 moves to do that right now, though. Something in check, here, here. I guess I could go here. Oh, yeah, that maybe makes... No. Alright, but yeah, these checks seem equally powerful. But I can't really go to this square because the knight's here. Our knights are staring at each other right now. So I feel like this makes sense or this makes sense. Oh no, okay. Again, the knight is protecting the square. So I think it probably makes more sense to be here because there's no knight looking at this square. So let me investigate this line. The king ends up back where it is, so my knight's just on this square. Is that better for me? Thinking if, I mean, it's going to take me 3 moves to reroute to this square, but this would be checkmate. And it wouldn't be checkmate because the knight's here. Okay. And like even if I can win a knight, I just lose. Maybe not. This might be one of those situations where like this knight can like get in the way. I think there are ways to checkmate with just a knight if you have the perfect position. Yeah, like for example, maybe not in this, maybe not here. If the king was here and my king was here, I could obviously checkmate with just a knight. If this knight was here, but who knows? All right, so if I go here, king moves here. Then what if I go here? I think that's black's only check, and I could take the knight. So I'm thinking about just closing off a mating net with my king at this point instead of just trying to make it happen with my knights because I wasn't seeing a knight one. So this move forces the king here, and then I can go here, and it feels like there really isn't any danger to that. But I still need to get a knight to here to be able to make a checkmate happen. Oh, I keep forgetting that this knight is under attack too. So I'd actually trade off a pair of knights there. If I ever make a move that isn't a check before I move this knight, I lose this knight. I don't know if I'm seeing this. All right, this was my other thought. If I go here, king here. Oh man, it just seems like there's so many different things, but there aren't that many things. I just haven't seen it yet. How many moves can this puzzle possibly be? Like it feels like one of these 2 moves is like I have to make one of these 2 moves, and I just don't see where it's going. I don't feel like I'm making progress in any of them because if the king is on this square or this square, like if the king is on this square, I don't have a check other than with this knight. I just have to like keep repeating the same move. Like how do I make progress? Okay, if I go here, then here, then what if I try to set up a mate? So if I go here, then like even a knight can move. I was thinking I'm setting up a checkmate here, so the king has to move out, but it doesn't even have to. I don't think a knight could just like move out of the way. How do I force black to like get mated? There's some trick here that I just don't understand. Some of these like endgamey ones with like no pieces on the board, or it's like you either get it or you don't. It feels like with these sometimes. Here. I want to reroute this knight. It feels like this is reasonable, but this knight that can move or the king can come out. And I have to keep this king in there somehow. So this seems reasonable, but then the king just ends up where it is, and I haven't made any progress. I feel like I got to think outside the box here, and I'm just not. It's not happening. I feel like this knight staying here is really important because it's taking away a square from the king, and like right now this knight isn't important at all because my king is already taking away those squares. Like this knight needs to be here to keep the king inside this like little 2 square thing. I don't know how I achieve that. Like I can only give 2 checks in a row, or I can give 3 checks in a row, but it's just repeating the same move. Like I can just go back and forth here a million times. But I don't know like when I get my opportunity to move this knight. This knight can't check the king on either of these 2 squares, right? Do I have to force the king out? That doesn't seem right either. I don't understand this. I don't know what the point could be. I feel like I kind of have to bring my king in. How does this knight get involved? I don't understand. Here, I feel like it's got to be something rewriting this knight. And this is the only square that makes sense. Or maybe like this works somehow? No, I don't see how that would make any sense. How am I going to take away one of these squares? Permanently. Or put this... This knight's got to get into a position where it's helping somehow. Here... Like, black really doesn't have very many moves if I do that. I mean, these knights can move, or the king can move here. And then if I get my knight to here, there's still this escape square. So, here... I don't know, man. I don't see it. Let's see how this puzzle works. I don't get it. Is it like this? Definitely feels like the most natural check to me. I'm just gonna go for this. I feel like it's probably not this, but okay. Is it this? I don't know. I had a feeling. Okay, so it's that one. It's one of the two checks. Now I can't go here because this knight is here. So now I just don't have any checks, I don't think. Which is weird. I can win one knight, but I just lose the game. Do I sacrifice a knight? No. Do I go here? Yeah, still, I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. I don't even have a single clue, honestly. I can go here with my king? It felt like it had to be that, but I don't know why it was. So and now I give up this square. This knight moved, which feels bad. Oh, I can go here and take that square away. And then this is mate, right? And that knight just had no way to save it? That's wild. Was there like there must have been a Zugzwang in there. Alright, so we're starting off with this move, which forces the king there. Then what did I do? This? So, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. Okay, so I go here, and it's Zugzwang, because I'm taking away these two squares. The king can't move, so one of the knights has to move. If this knight takes my knight, this is checkmate. So this knight has to move out of the way to give the king a square, but when the knight moves out of the way, it doesn't matter because I take this knight with my knight here and take away this square. So and black's in the same position it was before. The knight can move, but it can't prevent anything from happening. The knight moves over there. It's too late. I'm just hopping in here, taking away all three of these squares, and the knight gives checkmate. Tough puzzle to find. I mean, I feel like I wasn't that far off, but didn't get there. But that's the puzzle. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.